Whether you believe in God or not, you should pray. Now hear me out. There's legitimate psychological research that bears this out. And I think that by the end of this video, you'll be praying no matter what you believe about God. Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm a deep skeptic, also a pastor. Prayer is verbal processing with a higher power, and both are important. And even if you don't believe in God as a higher power, you still believe in one, you just haven't identified it yet. And let's start with verbal processing. The research on this is really definitive because of how it engages the brain. So at the base level, when we externalize our thoughts and say things out loud, like we do in prayer, it reduces cognitive load. When we keep them internal, they can loop, feel tangled, and they compete for working memory space. In a study done by Morrison and Richmond, they discovered that this externalization is really offloading that cognitive energy, that cognitive load. But it's not just about cognitive load. Verbalizing regulates our emotions. It engages the part of the brain responsible for regulating emotions. It gives structure to our feelings and reduces intensity. Because when we are talking out loud, we are labeling our emotions. And research done by Lieberman shows that when we do that, it reduces amygdala activity, which is the fear and threat center in our brain. But it's not just about cognitive load and emotions. This talking things out loud has been shown to have really significant positive effects on motivation and behavior change. Verbalization increases motivation, improves task performance, and strengthens commitment. In a study by Hardy, Hall, and Hardy, this external verbal processing was shown to increase precision, execution, persistence, and commitment. But what about a higher power? That's generally associated with God, and I'll tell you about those studies. But even if you don't believe in God, if you think of your subconscious as a kind, collaborative higher power, that works too. Let's talk about the research on God. Kenneth Pargament's work on collaborative coping with God showed that there was a significant impact, positive impact on mental and physical health. A study that was a national study using the data from the Baylor Religion Survey showed that when people felt they were engaging with a caring, close, responsive God, it improved their mental health and their positive self-concept. But it's not just God. It also works with our internal self, like when we are engaging with our subconscious as a higher power. And when we see that as kind and caring and understanding, the work of Karen Neff shows that it decreases depression and anxiety and increases emotional resilience. And prayer does all of these things. It is this verbalization, this external processing that has all of those positive benefits, and it's engaging with a higher power, which adds another level of benefit. So whether you believe in God or not, I think you should take a second and pray about what's going on in your life.